What is going on, peasants? My name's JB, and we all know why we're here. We had a new Pokemon get released inside of Pokemon Unite. This is your obligatory post-Decidueye release tier list. This is kind of going to be my thing with these going forward. Just every time there's a new Pokemon, we're just going to do the old tier list thing, do the old Gary YouTube thing, if you will, and just talk about the new Pokemon. And I am actually such a huge fan of Decidueye. I haven't felt like this good about a new release in a while, where I actually really like playing the Pokemon. I didn't love Sylveon when it first came out. I like Sylveon a lot more now. I think this might be my favorite Pokemon upon release. I really enjoy it. I've played about 10-15 games with it at this point, and I just think it's a really fun playstyle, and I enjoy Decidueye a lot. So without further ado, we do have to scroll down a little bit to get it because we have 3 rows, and I couldn't make all 3 look good on video, so yeah, it's fine. We're gonna go ahead and we'll just start with the main character. We'll start with why everyone's here. Decidueye. Where are we gonna put it? Where are we gonna put Decidueye? I think it belongs in A tier. So obviously we knew coming in through leaks and whatnot, if you pay attention to that sort of thing, it was billed as a Decidueye or as a Cinderace Greninja-esque character, a range ADC auto attack focused Pokemon that just shreds stuff. It is billed like that, and I think it's, you know, sort of on par with those. So let's go ahead and rank them all together. First and foremost, I don't think Decidueye is anywhere close to Cinderace. I think Cinderace is just still far and away the best ranged attacker, the best ADC in the game. I don't think it's close. I think Decidueye is really good and can definitely shred. I just don't think it's on par with Cinderace, and I think it's about even with Greninja. I think Greninja gets the edge in mobility. I think Decidueye gets like the slight edge in burst damage and just maybe even overall damage. That might get tweaked, of course, with an nerf. I think Decidueye is decently on par with these two. I don't think it's, you know, out of this world broken. I don't think it's, you know, that great either. I think it's really good. I think if you know what you're doing, I think you can definitely have a lot of fun with it and carry some games. I just wish it had higher mobility and maybe a couple more useful moves. I don't know. Spirit Shackle, I wish it charged just a slight bit faster. I love Spirit Shackle. I think it's probably my favorite build. I'm not a huge fan of Razor Leaf. Razor Leaf feels like you need to be more enclosed, and this Pokemon is super squishy. So maybe you don't go all in with Decidueye. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Spirit Shackle, but that's just me. If you are going to be going with a Razor Leaf focused build, I think in terms of held items, we'll get to its other move options in a second. But I think if you're going to be going with Razor Leaf, I think you probably need Focus Band on this character, just because you are so squishy. You're going to be not as close as, you know, some other Pokemon as like a melee character, but you're going to be wanting to fight a little bit closer to get your Razor Leaf to actually go off. Razor Leaf feels like a little finicky, where it doesn't always, you know, lock on. It doesn't always work whenever I use it. At least that's what it's felt like to me so far. So if you're gonna be rocking your Razor Leaf build, I'd probably go with the Focus Band, but you cannot go wrong with a Scope Lens on this Pokemon or even a Muscle Band on this Pokemon. I think just throw those 2 items on it, and then whatever your preferred third item is, probably Focus Band if you're going with Razor Leaf, like I've said. But if you're going with Spirit Shackle or anything else, I mean, you just play the game how you want, but I prefer Buddy Barrier. That's just me. But Decidueye, very fun. Let's talk about its other move options. We've talked about Spirit Shackle, Razor Leaf a little bit. Let's talk about Shadow Sneak and Leaf Storm. Don't pick Leaf Storm. It's bad. Shadow Sneak is phenomenal. It basically just hunts down an opposing Pokemon and lowers their defense. It's really good. It pairs really well with Razor Leaf, and it pairs really well with Spirit Shackle. The idea of Leaf Storm is cool, but it just doesn't do damage, man. It does not do damage. Its push is really, they have to be like very close to you to actually get pushed. It feels just really bad. But so yeah, I would just stay away from Leaf Storm if you're, you know, on the fence about getting Decidueye. If you're not really sure what to do with it, just don't take Leaf Storm. Go Shadow Sneak, and then whichever one of the other 2 you prefer. Getting more range, go with Spirit Shackle. If you like, you know, getting a little bit more into it, and if you're a big fan of your auto attack, which this thing's auto attack is phenomenal, you go with your Razor Leaf. So yeah, that's Decidueye. I really like it. I think it's phenomenal. Definitely go ahead and try it out. Let's go ahead and talk about the rest of these guys. Cinderace, still the unmatched king of range damage dealers, of just damage dealers in general. Cinderace is fucking unbelievable. Greninja, still really good, still really strong. You can carry a game super easy with Greninja. All of its builds are good, all of its moves are good. Yeah, nothing to complain with there. Oh, Decidueye's ult feels a little bit underwhelming damage wise, and maybe that's just me. I've had a lot of trouble aiming it. One tip I would give you, if you're going to be playing Decidueye, turn aim assist off. because if you have the if you have any auto aim settings on, its Unite move just goes everywhere. So if you are going to be playing Decidueye, my tip for you, turn off auto aim. Just makes it a little bit easier to aim because it legitimately just has a mind of its own if you have aim assist on at all. So yeah, there's my tip for you. It's Unite move's good, definitely shreds. I haven't had too many good opportunities to use it to steal objectives personally, but I hear it's really good at it, so give that a shot. Okay, let's talk about some other people. Greedence, they said they nerfed it. Okay, I think it's still at the very top of a borderline S. I don't feel like the nerf did that much to it. It definitely feels easier to deal with, that's for sure. It's definitely not doing as much damage as before, but it doesn't feel like they nerfed it all that much, if I'm being honest. It's still very, very good. Venusaur. I don't think Venusaur's S tier at the moment, personally. I think it's also very, very good. It's just I haven't been running into as many dominant Venusaurs as I have lately, or as I had previously. It's Solar Beam build is incredible. You can definitely compare Solar Beam and Spirit Shackle, by the way. Very comparable in terms of play style, which is weird, but yeah, a little bit comparable in terms of play style. But yeah, it basically just frees up Venusaur to never have to run Pedal Dance again, or never have to run Solar Beam again. Just can freely Pedal Dance, especially if they're playing together. That's what I mean specifically when I say that. But Venusaur, I think it's still really, really good. Obviously, haven't really touched it. I feel it's disrespectful putting it in A tier, but it just doesn't feel like it as dominant as it did before. I think it's super borderline S tier. I don't even really know what's S tier right now. I mean, this guy's probably still S tier. I mean, let's be real. It's Lucario. It's still S tier. They haven't touched it. It's unbelievably good. Why is Clefable still in these tier makers, people? Come on, let's take Clef out. I don't think it's ever coming to the game. Who do you want to talk about next? I guess we can just go Gengar. I think Gengar's in a decent place right now, but it's no better than C tier. Does decent damage. Still the biggest glass cannon in the game. Talonflame. I don't know, I'm just kind of going all over the place. I really just wanted an excuse to talk about Decidueye. Talonflame, also borderline S tier. I just don't think it's as good as Zera, which we'll get to in a second. I think Zera's still S tier. We'll go ahead and put Talonflame very high. Fly is one of the strongest moves in the game. Okay, here's a big jump. I've been running in... Okay, if you've watched my previous tier list videos, I talk about Mr. Mime in them. And I always say that I rarely, if ever, run into a good Mr. Mime. I have ran into so many good Mr. Mimes in the last few days that I really want to put Mr. Mime up here. But Mr. Mime is incredible. I really do feel like it needs just a slight tweak, either on its pushback from confusion or the damage it does when you slam it into it, because it does more damage than most of the special attackers in this game, and it's a support, by the way. So Mr. Mime might be that next Pokemon that's going to climb to the top of the broken tier list, because I think Mr. Mime is unbelievably good right now. So yeah, definitely try out Mr. Mime if you haven't. It's stupidly strong and stupidly good. All right, Snorlax. I think it's still the best defender in the game, so by default I'll put it in S tier. Snorlax is, yeah, it doesn't need to be changed at all. It's just, it's very, very good, very, very strong. Does all the things a good defender needs to do. Yeah, dude, it's real good. Gardevoir. The problem with Gardevoir has never been how strong it is, and they made it a little bit stronger. The problem with Gardevoir has always been it takes so long to become Gardevoir. But I feel like the buffs actually put it in a slightly better spot. It's still not the best thing in the world, but it's still really fun. Still incredibly strong. Psychic's not better than Moonblast now, but it's usable. So there's that. Psyshock's still one of the best moves in the game. Future Sight's always been okay. The cooldown reduction build that I made a video on is super fun. So if you want to try that out, go check out that video. It's a really fun build. So yeah, I think Gardevoir, it's in a better spot, but it's still not great. Zard, I still think it's the most balanced character in the game. Like, it is completely perfectly balanced, not overpowered, not underpowered, can carry games, and can also just feel irrelevant. Like, I feel like Zard is just perfectly fine where it is, so we'll go ahead and throw it smack dab in the middle of B tier. It's better than Gardevoir though. Blastoise, everything from crowd control to damage, still really, really good. I haven't really touched it all. It will always be good. So yeah, Blastoise is fantastic. Slowbro, I feel like it's in a better spot than what it was previously, and they haven't really changed it all. So we'll go ahead and throw it in C tier. I just feel like it's super underwhelming. It's probably the single hardest character to solo carry with in the game. Just speaking from how I play the game personally, I play a lot solo, and Slowbro is just damn near impossible to even consider playing solo. So I don't know why anyone would do that to themselves, but if you're, you know, a sadist or something, you can go ahead and do that. But I think Slowbro's in a better place now. It's still super underwhelming in terms of damage, which it needs to be, but it doesn't really have, you know, great crowd control. Its surf isn't anywhere comparable to Blastoise. Telekinesis is okay. It's too reliant on teammates. Amnesia is very, very good. So we'll give it a little bit more respect than Gengar. I saw a tier list back when, what was the last Pokemon that got released? Not Decidueye, obviously. Greedent. Back when Greedent got released, I saw people putting Gengar in A and S tier. Are we playing the same game, people? Are we serious? Gengar in A or what? Are we playing the same game, bro? And this is someone I know. Like, really? Are we? What the hell are you seeing that I'm not, dude? Absol, one of the strongest Pokemon in the game, just in terms of raw damage output, but super glass cannon, super fun though. Really good. Like, a good Absol is dominant. Good Absol can win a game single-handedly, but yeah, like it a lot. I think it's solidly in the middle of everything. I don't think it's anywhere near Talonflame or Zeraora, who we haven't talked about yet. Discharge is still one of the best moves in the game. Don't really need to say anything else. Still has Discharge. Yep, still very good. Garchomp will always be one of my favorite Pokemon to play, but it sucks until they do something to make it evolve sooner or give it more mobility or more damage or more HP. It needs just a complete rework, man. It's so bad. It's so bad. Crustle is okay. Truthfully speaking, Crustle might be the best all-arounder in the game. And what do I mean by that? It's a great defender, it's a great attacker, and it's a great speedster. And it can even be a decent support if you're running Buddy Barrier as well, because it gets the Unite move a lot. Crustle is the best all-arounder in the game. Easily the best speedster in the game as a defender. Pretty decent defender. Good scorer. Good speedster. I don't know, man. Good attacker. Can support a little if you run a Buddy Barrier. Crustle's broken. Crustle's borderline S tier, dude. Crustle's one of the best solo carry Pokemon in the game. Like, solo queue Pokemon in the game. It's crazy. It's crazy. Crustle's ridiculous, man. One of the best Pokemon at stealing objectives too. Like, play Crustle, dude. Just play Crustle. That's my message to you guys. Okay. Eldegoss, best support in the game. I think it's not single-handedly. That's all I'm trying to say. I think it's totally taking that crown from Blissey at this point. Eldegoss is just really good. Has damage builds that can help out a team as well. It can scale your special attack if you want to run special attack sets. You can have fun with it as well. You don't run sets like that, so you heal more. But yeah, it's just an all-around great support. Great Unite move for stealing as well as healing. So yeah, Eldegoss, best support in the game, I think. Cram needs a little bit of love. It's got some fun stuff going for it, but its damage output just feels a little bit too low. Has next to no mobility, and its Unite move got nerfed for some reason. I did feel like it needed a slight tweak. I know there are some people who feel like Cram's ult didn't need a nerf, but that thing was super overpowered at the start. Maybe that's just because we didn't know how to play the game for the first, month or so. But now that we kind of get what's going on, Cram, I don't know. Give it its ult Unite move back. I'm okay with it. Pikachu might be my favorite character to play right now because it pisses people off because my friends don't think Pikachu's good when Pikachu has been seeing, tournament play a lot. And Pikachu is very good. Its Thunderbolt is incredible. Some of the best crowd control in the game. Best, just a fantastic stun. Great damage over time. Great area of effect damage, bro. Pikachu's nuts. Pikachu is insane. Good enough Unite move too. Decent for stealing. Good for just smacking people around. I love Pikachu. Pikachu's a solid B tier, man. Pikachu is a solid Pokemon. It's not great, I'll admit. It's not like one of the best Pokemon in the game. But Pikachu is pretty damn good. All right? Pikachu's pretty damn good. Ninetales. Okay. I love Ninetales. I love the Blizzard build so much. It was always my favorite build, even when Aurora Veil was far superior. I love it, and they buffed it, and it's so good. It's so good. I don't remember where I put Ninetales last time. I think I put it in B or A, B or C tier. We're gonna go ahead and bump Ninetales up to A tier. I might have even had it in A tier. It's still one of the best special attackers in the game. It's just really hard to play solo, which is, again, I keep bringing that up because that's how I play the game most of the time. But yeah, Ninetales, it's so fun, dude. I'm so glad Blizzard is good. It's such a fun playstyle, man. It's such a fun move. If you haven't tried Avalanche Blizzard Ninetales, you need to slap some specs on it, slap a Buddy Barrier on it, and just have fun. Throw an Energy Imp on there too. Have some fun with it. Ninetales is crazy. I love it. Wigglytuff, I recently picked it up for the first time. I bought it, had some coins lying around, and I like Wigglytuff, man. I always knew Wigglytuff was like one of, if not the, most annoying characters to play in the game. But, playing Wigglytuff, I'm just able to confirm that, man. Wigglytuff is super annoying. Seeing is so good. Like, they nerfed it. But did they really nerf it? They didn't buff Dazzling Gleam as well. Like, man, dude. Freaking Wigglytuff. It's so fun and so annoying. It's a freaking demon. I don't want to put everything in A tier, but I feel like, a lot of stuff is really balanced right now. Also, why does it have the Defender background? It's basically a Defender, let's be real. I mean, yeah, all the supports in the game are really good. Should we move anyone down? I don't really think we need to move anyone down. I think this is pretty accurate. What do we got here? Machamp. Another one of my favorite Pokemon playstyle wise. It just takes too long to get going if it doesn't get jungle. Its laning phase is pretty bad, and it's just it's strong. It's really, really, really strong. It's got a lot of fun moves. It's really fun. And if you know how to play Machamp, you can definitely carry with it. It's hard to carry with, and it's just not the best thing in the world, but it's a lot of fun. Blissey. I don't know what it is. They haven't changed Blissey at all, but it just doesn't feel as good as Eldegoss or Mime or even Wiggly or any of the other sports. It's, still a really good healer, but Eldegoss just outclasses it at this point, I think. And the problem with Helping Hand also is your teammates are just never with you, especially in solo queue. Playing Blissey solo queue is a death sentence, man. If you're playing Blissey solo queue, you're just asking to lose rank because you're just a crazy person. It's harder to carry with than Slowbro solo. But I do think it's still a really strong support. I think it has one of the best Unite moves in the game. And yeah, I think it's still really good. It's nothing special, let's be real. Mamoswine, same sort of thing. It's nothing special, but it's good. It's got one of the worst Unite moves on the game, conversely, but has great crowd control. Just good utility. Mamoswine's fine. I don't think it's in a bad place at all. And then Sylveon, probably the second best special attacker in the game behind this Venusaur guy. If I had to think about it, that's probably true. I think it's really strong. I mean, actually, no, the second best special attacker in the game is fucking Mr. Mime. Mr. Mime might be the best special attacker in this game at this point. But I think we're going to go ahead and throw Miss Sylveon into the ol' A tier. Still really strong. Hyper Voice is really good. Obviously, Calm Mind is broken. Borderline broken. It's not broken. I'm just saying it's broken because I don't like it. And then Mystical Fire is really good as well. Sylveon doesn't have a bad move except for Draining Kiss, but even then it's usable. But yeah, that's the tier list right now. Let me know what you think. Roast me for how bad it is, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.